Walking into an Emend facility for a shift, the first thing you notice is the energy. It's dynamic, rewarding work built on human connection. But right alongside those visible moments of care is an invisible risk. A sudden sneeze, a spilled specimen cup, or a dropped bandage can instantly turn a routine interaction into a blood-borne pathogen hazard. Relying on a natural instinct to just wipe up a mess and move on is insufficient when dealing with microscopic threats you can't see. This is the foundation of Emend's safety protocol, standard precautions. Under this rule, treat every drop of blood or bodily fluid as potentially infectious. To navigate these risks safely, behavioral health technicians must master the Phase 1 requirements: wash, glove, and report. Proving you can execute these 3 steps is the only way to transition from training to independent client contact. Imagine you've just finished helping a client and there was some physical contact. The warmth of that interaction is the goal, but your immediate next move is heading to a sink. Washing with soap and water stands as the single most effective control measure against the spread of infection. A dangerous but common mistake is leaving contaminated gloves on while reaching for shared equipment, like a facility phone. To break the chain of transmission, you must remove your gloves and wash your hands thoroughly before touching any clean, shared surface in the environment. If a spill happens on the floor involving visible blood or bodily fluid, the requirement is immediate. You must don your personal protective equipment, specifically gloves, before cleaning. Once the spill is addressed, all contaminated materials must be placed in a designated biohazard bag, never the regular trash. When dealing with visible fluids, active physical barriers and specialized disposal methods serve as the necessary extension of your hand hygiene routine. Not every hazard is found on a surface. If a client is coughing frequently, the risk shifts from contact transmission to the air. Under respiratory hygiene protocols, you provide the client with a mask and notify the nurse or infection control designee immediately. This response is dictated by California's Cal-OSHA Aerosol Transmissible Diseases Standard and specific public health requirements for tuberculosis screening. Moving to clinical procedures, like a routine client blood draw, introduces a completely different high-risk task: handling sharps safely. Management of these tools follows one unbreakable rule: you must never recap a needle. After the sharp is safely deposited in its container, the final step is to disinfect the surrounding surface area immediately. Whether a threat is airborne or bloodborne, following precise regulatory protocols eliminates the guesswork from high-stress clinical situations. Despite these defenses, accidents can happen. An unexpected needle stick or getting fluid on an open cut constitutes an exposure. If you are exposed, your first steps are to administer first aid to the area and notify the compliance designee right away. Emend provides a post-exposure evaluation by a licensed professional at no cost to the employee. Following the initial response, you must meet a strict administrative deadline. The incident report must be filed within 24 hours. If a needle stick was involved, a sharps injury report is also required within that same 24-hour window. The safety of the facility relies on this standard. Assume infectious. Wash, glove, report within 24 hours. Adherence to these safety essentials fulfills regulatory requirements and protects the health of the entire Emend community, allowing the team to focus on the mission of client recovery.